Big Shot Bowling is brought to you by Duddy Ford. From economy to luxury, you'll find it at Duddy Ford. By Diamond Chevrolet, where you always get a diamond of a deal. By the Bay State Bombardier basketball team of Worcester from AAA to the NBA. And by Budweiser Beer. This Bud's for you. Big Shot Bowling is brought to you in conjunction with the World Candlepin Bowlers Congress. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Fouracre, along with Dan Murphy here on Big Shot Bowling. And this is the second quarterfinal round match in the mixed doubles. And Dan, who do we have coming aboard?
Well, we got Carol Downey and Tom Surette taking on the likes of Dan Brodeur and Chris Kelly. So another quarterfinal match should be exciting.
Now let's take a look at each team. First of all, let's roll the tape. And Dan, you can talk about these two fine quality bowlers.
Okay, we have up on the screen will be Carol Downey and Tom Surette. And Carol Downey carries an average of 116, Tommy Surette 124. Real tough team.
And, of course, they'll be taking on another quality team here on the quarterfinal action. And here they are on the video replay.
Chris Kelly of Marlborough, Mass. Dan Brodeur of Bow, New Hampshire. Dan carries 122 average and Chris 105. And anytime you get four WCBC bowlers locking horns, we're going to see some good bowling.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And it's going to be quality action coming up here on Big Shot Bowling. The mixed doubles, string one, will be rolling your way right after we take this timeout. Bob Fouracre with Dan Murphy on the mixed doubles, and here is Dan Brodeur to lead it off. Dan Brodeur teaming up with Chris Kelly, and they'll be taking on Tom Surette and Carol Downey. Oh, my. A couple of bad ones for Dan.
No, it's those first few boxes loosened up.
Dan with a 5 count. The guys go 2 boxes, and then the gals go 2 boxes, and back and forth we go throughout the match. 3 strings. Last week in a quarterfinal round match, it was Fran Boulier and Judy Witcher teaming up to beat Mike Sargent and Helen Larson with a 342 to a 325.
Oh, nice shot by Dan. Just missed that. Dan's final rating last year on the WCBC Pro Tour was 22nd. That's out of about 190 men.
Ain't too shabby.
No. He actually he annexed his first individual tournament win last year, which is always exciting to see the bowler win his first event.
Well, 14 after a couple for the team of Kelly and Brodeur. And now we present Tom Surette.
Tommy, no stranger to our show. You've been following our show over the past several months. I've seen Tom bowl and bowl extremely well.
Yeah, he holds the record for the most wins, 8. And the high single he shares with Jackie Ray. Nice spare. Both guys producing 172s. There she be again.
Fine shot. 4-7-8 with the 10. Used the wood effectively. Over and carried that 10 pin for the first mark of the match. First of many.
A drop of a what? Of a 10. Yes, the strike on the spare.
We see that 1-3 pocket, everything but the 5, and eventually the 5 will go. Spare on strike, and it's like Tommy's never left. Right back where he left off.
Here's the port sider, Chris Kelly, dropping 9. Laid it right into the pocket.
Southpaw, Marlborough, Mass. Leaves a 9 pin. Wait for that wood to settle down or roll off, which I think it's going to. And this is candlepin bowling right here. Single pins. Looks like she's right on it.
Oh, yes, for the spare. So Chris Kelly gets a spare. And she'll be filling on her spare. Once again, towards the pocket, got a little bit off the head pin.
Oh, he's got the 4. She's got 4 horsemen plus the 9 pin for a 5 fill. Nice shot.
Oh, almost pulled it out for another
Wait,
superlative spare.
How many times you see people have the 4 horsemen and get 3 and leave 1? When they get the 4 horsemen and 1 other pin, it seems like they always clear out the 4 horsemen and leave the other one.
And a 9. So after 4 for the team of Kelly and Brodeur, it's a 38. And Downey and Surette working with a spare strike. And here's Carol Downey filling on the strike. Nice drop.
3, 5, 9, and 10. For the fill, got to be on the 3 pin.
Ooh, left the 10.
But real good 9 fill on the strike. Perhaps a quick 25 pin lead.
No. Got in the channel, and we're going to have to change that to a 9. So that is a 9. We'll correct that. Here's Carol Downey. Knocking out the deuce, the half Worcester on the left side. All the bowlers on this show are members of the World Candlepin Bowlers Congress.
New England's professional candlepin tour.
Oldest and biggest and bestest. Where the stars perform. And right now, Downey and Surette jumping out to an 18-pin lead in the first game. Dan still off target.
And he's pulling the ball to the left a little bit.
His average of 122. He's been bowling candlepins for a couple of decades. Out of Bow, New Hampshire.
Small town suburb of Concord, New Hampshire.
Isn't that where our statistician resides?
Well, it sure is. Bow, New Hampshire.
Cheryl Young. The lady you see on the scoreboard is Bert Ferangeli, and our official judge, Tony Zernicke. Well, there's a drop of 6, 7 now, but Dan is still going to the left.
3, 6, and 10. Tony's going to check that piece of wood. I believe it's in play. Yeah. Oh, no luck there.
10.
No, he had 3, 6, and 10. And the angle of the wood behind the 6 and 10 caused him to miss the shot. He hit it where he wanted to. 6 pin flew around the 10 because of the angle of the wood. Tough break there.
I got a card the other week, Dan, and some of the viewers wanted to know if we had a new statistician. I said, no, she just has a new curly hairdo. That's Cheryl Young we're talking about from Bow, New Hampshire. Here's Tom Surette on lane 29.
6 and 9. Piece of wood in front. Be careful of 9 pin.
Hey, Tom covers it for the spare. He has 1 strike and 2 spares so far in this string. Tom Surette. And a fill of 6 on the mark.
Tommy gets up there and he really charges the line. He's really attacks those pins.
The eventual champs of the mixed doubles will be dividing $1,000. That will be coming your way after we have a few more, or a couple of more quarterfinal round matches, and then 2 semifinals. This, the first of 3 in this match. Chris Kelly. Chris with a half dozen. Looking at the stats on Chris Kelly, she has an average of a 105. Not too shabby. A high single of a 156 and a high 3 of a 378. mother of two.
That's a good-looking ball.
And she tips over 7.
3, 5, and 9. She's got a piece of wood in between the 3 and the 9. Another one rolling up now. Drive that 3-pin back. Boy.
Not quite. I thought she had it.
It looked good going down. I think that's a good example of a little disadvantage that the women have, but not being able to throw quite as hard as the man. That ball would have, a lot of men throwing the ball, drove right straight back through the 5 and the 9.
Oh, she gets herself a 10. Carol Downey, lane 29. The team of Downey and Surette leading by 26 in the first game. Quarter-final round action of the mixed doubles. Oh, nice try by Carol.
1, 2, 7, and 10 elected to go on the right-hand side of the head pin. Just didn't catch enough of it to go down and get the 10.
And she tips it over for a 10. A 92 after 7 for the team of Downey and Surette.
Carol's been off the head pin a few times as she's been up there. Same scenario as last week with the two teams. It takes a little while to get on track. But once they started get all the kinks out, they seemed to relax a little bit and start throwing a few marks for us. But it was exciting. Went down last week's match, went right down to the last 2 boxes.
And in that match, it was Fran Boulier and Judy Witcher defeating Mike Sargent and Helen Larson. So we're down to the final 2 boxes in the first game between Kelly Brodeur as they take on the team of Downey and Surette.
That's the ball we know that Danny can throw.
He got to the right side that time, and he's going after the 7 and trying to convert for the spare.
1-3 pocket, left the 7 for the spare. Right on it.
Yes. Spare number 2 for Dan. Or number 1 for Dan, and his partner got 1. Let's get the facts straight.
That means 2 for the team.
You got that right. 1 and 1. You got it. 1 and 1 is 2.
2, 4, and 6 trying to split that 2 and 4. Well, they'll be over the century mark, or at least the century mark here.
Get over. Nope. And a 9, and a total of a 101 in the first string for Chris Kelly and Dan Brodeur. And Surette and Downey have the advantage. Tom Surette blasting them all but 1, and that 1 being the 6. Hoping to cover for the spare. Right there for the spare. That's spare number 3 for Tom, along with 1 strike. A 109 plus 4 balls. Loads up the spare with an 8. Hoping to convert for another. Yes, right there.
And they're threatening to open this up early.
127 plus a ball.
That's a real good string. When you think you're bowling 2 boxes, then you got to wait 2 while your partner, well, actually wait 6 boxes while the other 2 people bowl before you get up again.
And he adds 9 more to the count. Outstanding bowling by the team of Carol Downey and Tom Surette. And a final count in the first game of a 136 to a 101 for Kelly and Brodeur. And it's a 35-pin advantage for Downey and Surette, as we'll be coming back for the second game in this match. But first, let's take a timeout. go to start the second game, and it's Carol Downey leading it off. And she drops 8 on the first ball. The team of Downey and Surette leading by 35. Yes! Carol getting a spare. Her first mark of this match.
Okay, gets 4-7.
Right there where it counts. And she puts 7, maybe 8. No, 7. Yes, 8. Maybe 9. No. Wait a minute. Who knows?
1 in 10.
Let's just hold up on that tongue and let it an 8 fill. Hey, nice try by Carol Downey. Carol's average of 116. Her best high of 189. And her best triple of 439. And she gets a spare 8 and then a 10 count. Chris Kelly leads it off for the team of Kelly and Brodeur, and they're down by 35. There's a quarterfinal round match of the mixed doubles.
Nice try by Chris.
Chris's husband is a pretty quality candlepin bowler.
Excellent. Bob Kelly.
Which Bob Kelly?
The Bob Kelly.
Chris's Bob Kelly.
Yes.
Chris starting up with a 9.
I was going to say the left-handed Bob Kelly, but they're both left-handed. We have 2 Bob Kellys, obviously, on the WCBC Pro Tour.
And both are quality bowlers like all the guys and gals on the Pro Tour that's sponsored by the WCBC.
Well,
if a team collects a triple strike, they'll win themselves a trip or 2 to Atlantic City, compliments of Fresh Pond Travel of Natick, Massachusetts. A couple of 9s for Chris and an 18. So now it's a 45-pin advantage for Surette and Downey. And here's Tommy.
Tommy throws hard. 5, 6, 9, and 10. Piece of wood in front of the 6-10. He's going to have to use it off the right side kick to make the shot.
Good try.
Wow. Left the 9.
Tom Surette hits himself a 10 count. .38 after 3.
Hop, skip, and a jump. That seems to be a trademark of Tommy. If you watch the show and he's on the men's version of our big shot bowling, he has a tendency to drive the ball into the floor. Make it bounce a little bit, but the results, well, you can't knock the results. There you go. 9-pin drop, 4-pin for the spare.
Right there for another spare. That is 5 spares now for Surette, along with 1 strike in this match. And they're piling up the pins over Kelly and Brodeur. Dan hoping to get things grooving.
Start mounting an attack here. 3 strings. Oh,
yes,
nice ball by
he
Danny.
explodes the home run ball for the strike.
1-3 pocket, never a doubt. Oh, that was a quick one.
That's his second mark. 1 strike and 1 spare.
Like
the double!
I was going to say, Danny, like nothing better to throw a double strike, and here it is. This time crossing over in a 1-2 pocket.
And right now we're going to go back to the action. Carol Downey is going to get it going on lane number 29. Carol putting it in the 1-3 pocket, dropping 6, filling in the spare left by Tom Surette.
First you realize what Chris Kelly will be shooting for when she gets up there next time. That's a trip to Atlantic City. She throws another strike.
Compliments of Fresh Pond Travel of Natick, Massachusetts, your complete travel agency. Next time thinking of travel, think of Fresh Pond Travel. This, the second game in the first game. It was a 136 for the team of Downey and Surette. Kelly and Brodeur with a 101.
There's no doubt about those two strikes thrown by Dan Brodeur. Either 1-3 in the left-hand lane, 1-2 in the right-hand lane, and they went quick.
A matter of seconds, and we had a two-bagger.
Even our slow motion seemed fast.
Bob McElroy was right on top of it. A 10 count. And a 74 after 6 in the second game for Downey and Surette. And here's Chris Kelly.
Big ball here, Atlantic City trip.
Here it goes. Oh, no, the half twister on the right side.
Thing that could have happened. She really wanted to fill that first strike up.
A lot of pressure on a shot like that.
That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted the first ball.
Pretty out. .105 average for Chris. And a 9 count. So at the midway point, here in the second, it's a 67.
Still 32 pins down. Still got to mount some offense. Wants that 10 pin to go with 4, 7, 10. Decent wood in front of the 4 and 7. Which he's going to have to play to make the shot. Oh, yes! Oh, my!
Oh. Her purse was picked on that one, Danny.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe it.
Wood snapped over there perfect. She spun the 10 pin around, pushed it a couple inches. Wouldn't go. Boy.
Wow. And a 10. And we're going to take a break right here on Big Shot Bowling's mixed doubles. 77-74. Kelly and Brodeur leading this string, but in the match, it's Downey and Surette on top of the pack by 32. Back we come, and it's Tom Surette. Yes! Oh, Tom Surette with the home run ball.
That was a quick one, too. 1-2 pocket for Tommy. Nice and tight, though.
He's now exploded a couple of strikes, Dan, along with 5 spares. Going for the double, no. Pin bowling, fun for all ages, as you just heard. A crying child.
Up, skipping another spare.
6 spares along with 2 strikes for Tom Surette.
Well, just when it seemed like Kelly and Brodeur would make a run at him, they put up a strike spare.
Trying to cool him off a bit. Here's Danny. He's had 2 strikes, almost came up with his 3rd.
Well, it's got no easy shot here. 10 pin, and now he's going to end up having a clear shot at it, I believe. Yes, Wood's going to roll off. Solid, all alone, 10 pin. Oh, no. Just slid off.
Game of inches, like so many other sports. And a 10. 87. With 3 remaining in the second for Kelly and Brodeur. They produced a 101 in the first. In the 1-3 pocket, but only getting a half dozen. The executive producer of Big Shot Bowling, John E. Liggins.
Oh, hit the object bin being that 2, but wanted to split the 2-4, the 2-5. Just a little heavy, going to try to grab 2 here.
And he grabs a couple and a 9. And that gives him a 96 with 2 remaining. Here we go. We're down to the final 2 frames in the second game. And Carol Downey sprays down 7, and she's looking at the triangle 4, 7, and 8.
No, they're going to go into the third game unless Chris Kelly can put a couple marks up. They're going to go into this third game with a big advantage. 4, 7, 8 here. Looks like she's on the 4-pin. She should cover.
Yes! Spare it up for Carol Downey.
Just catches the 4, goes to the sidewall, comes back and clears the 7. 121 in a ball and a 9. Again, an excellent game. Oh, wow.
Oh, my. Left the king, but a great drop. Loads up the spare with a 9. A 130. They had a 136 in the first game. It's there. Spare number 3 for Carol, collecting them all in this string.
140 with 1 ball to go.
They're piling up the pins. They lead it by half a hundred. And she'll grab 4 more. And a total of a 144 in the second string. Downey and Surette with 144. Not too shabby in a 2-string count of a 280.
Well, that's a remarkable score bowling this way. 2 boxes at a time, and then your partner's got to get up, so you have to sit back and wait. That's
and wait.
Yes, that's right. That's a phenomenal score, averaging 140 for the first 2 games. All Chris can hope to do is put a couple marks up there and don't lose any more ground.
Nice ball by Chris.
5, 9, and 10. Not an easy one. Got to be on the 5-pin. Could go 9, 10 and snap the wood forward, but I think she'll try to cut the 5.
That's exactly what she's doing.
Nice
yes!
shot.
Superlative shot by Chris Kelly for the spare.
And a clutch shot, too. She knows she can't fall much further behind and have a chance here. 5 into the 9, into the 10. Nice shot.
Working on a spare. And she'll get half a house on that one.
Cluster of 5 in the left. 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8.
Chris now with 2 spares to her credit.
Kick forward. Oh!
Yes, a backdoor spare off the ball of Chris Kelly. Let's watch the backdoor action unroll.
Goes by the object pin, being that 2-pin. Domino effect coming back. 7, 4, and now the 2. Chris,
that's all she wrote.
They'll take that one.
121 plus a ball.
Oh boy, she's going way down.
And a disappointing fill of a 2. But some pretty good bowling by both teams. In fact, excellent bowling by Downey and Surette with a 144. And quality bowling by Kelly and Brodeur with a 123. So there it is after 2 games. Downey and Surette on top of the pile with a 280 to a 224. We'll have the final game coming your way here on Big Shot Bowling. But first, let's roll away for these messages on the New England Sports Network. Well, here we go, the final game, showcasing the team of Brodeur and Kelly against Surette and Downey, and Brodeur whacks down 9 on the first ball, but they're in a heap of trouble, Dan Murphy.
Yeah, it's too bad. They had a real fine game bowling mixed doubles at 123, and only to lose ground to 144 by Downey and Surette. And I tell you, Danny's got that lane 29 zeroed in.
That he has.
Couple strikes, 9-pin drop. He threw a second double strike over here in lane 30. Wants that 4-pin to go. No. Now 3, 6 with a 4. Piece of wood in between.
A spare 7 for Dan.
I think he's going to make this shot, Bob.
You are so right, Dan. You can sense that.
Oh yeah, he's bowling good right now. get off to a shaky start the first couple boxes, but he's loose now, and he's throwing the ball real well. Split the 3-6. He would have got that without the wood in between.
Tom Surette.
It's not over until it's over, I'll tell you. A lot of times, I'm telling you, you got a big lead and you kind of bowl defensively and go through the motions. You try to turn it on after the other team gets a few marks, and you can't do it. So we'll see what happens.
Got an iron box for Tom. The team of Downey and Surette with a two-string count of a 280. Games of 136 and 144. All but the 7.
To mention Dan Brodeur and myself are teammates. Go Monday nights together on the same team. And he's a good candlepin bowler, I'll tell you.
There's a spare by Tom Surette. Tom now with 7 spares along with a couple of strikes.
Well, if there's a pivotal ball in the match, it could be this one right here for Chris. He's got to maintain that offense, put a couple more marks up.
Oh, right in on the pocket for a home run ball. Back to a strike by Chris Kelly.
Nice ball.
Oh, beautiful.
1-2 pocket, buries it in there. Trips everything but that 5, and then finally the 9 pin falls into the 5 for the strike, looking for the double. Good looking ball.
Oh, almost coming up with a double.
Oh boy.
Chris Kelly.
Well,
going for the spare.
She's got a clean shot at it. Now, don't forget, left-hander. She's breaking from left to right. She's got to get by that front piece of wood.
Not too much room down there.
She's on it, Bob.
Oh, all the way. All the way.
What a start.
Chris Kelly and Dan Brodeur starting off with a couple of spares, a strike, and then a spare. Here's Carol Downey. Carol knocking down 9. Hey, they're all heating up.
This is a momentum buster right here. If she can nail this one down. If she doesn't, all the momentum swings to Brodeur.
No.
Kelly, and she doesn't. Well, this is far from over. 56 pins behind.
And a 10.
Cutting into that lead quickly. They got 19 of them back already.
Here's Carol on the head pin, but
10 pin to go. What a
break.
Break there. Break there is right. 2 and the 4. Now she's got a nice guide here, so if she misses to the right, she probably would still carry the 2 pins. Just right on it.
Yes. Spare number 4.
All that
Carol,
Kelly and Brodeur can do is just keep filling the marks, keep them stringing.
This is the final game of this quarter, final round match. Here on the mixed double, showcasing the best in the world.
Oh, just a little full.
Spread eagle.
Spread eagle is right. 2, 4, and 7 on the left, 3, 6, and 10 on the right.
Clips the wing on the left. All right.
80 after 5.
Dan so far with 2 strikes and 3 spares.
No.
That's not too shabby.
Dan knows what he's got to do. He's got to go right back and put another mark up there. Well, he's got a shot. 2, 4, and 7.
Hoping to convert for a spare. Ooh, missed the lead pin. And it cost him a mark. Down by 37. He would have loved that one.
Yeah, just slid by the object pin, that 2 pin. And, when you're that far down, I'm telling you, it takes a monumental effort just to muster yourself, get up there, drive, gets 4 marks in a row, and now the length of the string is the length of the game is still only 10 boxes, and that's not in their favor right now.
Oh, tough one, but he's going to come out of it with a couple of extra ones.
No,
Tom Surette.
Filled it with only a 2, so they gained another 2 pins there.
Tom cleaning him up for a 10 count. Tom so far with a couple of strikes and 7 spares.
36 pins, the lead right now for Tom Surette, opposite of 10 box.
Tom with a weak hit.
36 pins means 4 real good marks. So they've got 4 boxes left, so they're just about going to have to mark out the same way they did the first 4 boxes of the string, and hopefully that Downey and Surette don't mark their last 4.
Ooh,
wow.
Picked out one. Picked out one.
It's a situation where you don't want to help the other team. Bad box here. It's almost like a spare. Nice out by Tommy. Nice out.
He collects 8. And we're going to take a break after 6 in this game. There it is, 68 for the team of Downey and Surette, and Kelly and Brodeur on 90. And we'll have the final 4 frames coming up in this match, showcasing the teams of Kelly and Brodeur against Downey and Surette. Here we go. It's Chris Kelly.
Crunch time, as they say. Last 4 boxes. They need some marks.
And Chris spanks down very gingerly, 8 and going for a spare after the 4-7 with a plank down there.
Yeah, but it's not a good plank, Bob.
No, it can be tough.
Watch that 7 pin. Anything the red line and below, she's going to lead the 7.
Oh, she got the ball off the sidewall. Nice one by Chris Kelly. Let's watch it again.
I didn't think you'd carry the 7. Ball goes right to the sidewall and just comes back and flips that 7. Now that's only part of the problem. Next one is you got to fill them. You can't afford a low fill. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Can't believe it. A 1.
Just
all times.
Pull the ball to the right.
I remember a guy who had back-to-back spare ones on Big Shot Bowling on the men's format. I won't mention any names. I will not tell you any names.
But I don't think it was a 4 or 6 pin, Bob. I got closer to the head pin than that. Oh,
who's I? Yes, you're right. It was Dan Murphy, my man. And I loved every minute of it, Dan.
Oh, what an out by Chris.
Oh, superlative.
Wow.
Oh, what a beautiful shot.
Flips the 3 pin over into the 4 and the 7. Wood takes care of the 10. Nice shot. They're running out of box. They're going to need double strikes now when they come up.
Carol Downey dancing down 8.
Ooh,
with an ugly lead.
9-10. Piece of wood that she's, well, it's going to leave her.
There's a tough one. Last week in the first quarterfinal round match in this series, it was Fran Bollier and Judy Witcher defeating Mike Sargent and Helen Larson. A 342 to a 325. Carol Downey in the 1-3 pocket and knocking down 8.
Well, it's 2 good balls.
Another tough one.
Yeah, 2 good balls. She's thrown the last 2, first ball these last 2 frames. She's bowled, and 9-10 to show, and here the 5-10 to show for it.
Carol so far with 4 spares. And a 9 count. And a total of an 86.
Well,
down to the final 2 in this match, showcasing Kelly and Brodeur against Downey and Surette. And here is Dan.
31 pins, and that's a tall order. Basically had to throw a strike there.
At this time, I'd like to thank the executive producer of Big Shot Bowling, John E. Liggums. And a tip of the fedora to our director, Jim Murphy, and his outstanding staff.
Well, it was a valiant try by Dan Brodeur and Chris Kelly. Got off to a slow start with that 101 game, the first game. After that, they showed why they're professional can-open bowlers on the WCBC circuit. As Danny's finishing
got it with a spare.
Next week's match, another quarterfinal match, will pit Mike Morrill and Betty Prey against Mike Poulin and Diane Rooney.
Brodeur with 2 strikes and 4 spares. And a fill of 7. And a total of another quality game, a 137.
Well, I'll tell you, the last 2 games is unbelievable.
And a 361.
Averaging
Surette dropping down 9.
Averaging 130 the last 2 games, and they're going to lose the match. That's tough. But that's this game.
Here's Tommy. No. Tom so far with 2 strikes and 7 spares. And a 9. That gives them a 95 with 1 to go. Their first game, they had a 136. The second game, Surette and Downey, a 144. And a strike by Tom Surette. Tom hoping to strike out for a trip to Atlantic City.
Crosses over the 1-2 pot, gets a lot of pin action off the sidewalls.
3 strikes and 7 spares for Tom.
Oh. He was just thinking Atlantic City, that's all.
That's all. Well, they're trying to climb out with a respectable string. Kelly and Brodeur with a 3-string count of a 361. Not shabby, but they'll go down in defeat.
He'll win a lot of matches bowling mixed doubles with a 361. In fact, they would have beat both teams last week.
That's right. Fran Bollier and Judy Witcher ended up with a victorious 342. And there she be. And a total of a 115. And we check in at the scoreboard. A 395. Oh, what a string. What a match. And what a 3-string count of a 395 to a 361. We'll be back and we'll be talking to the bowlers. But first, let's roll away. We had an outstanding match here on the mixed doubles. It was Tom Surette and Carol Downey really doing candlepin battle against Chris Kelly and Dan Brodeur, and they beat him with a 395 to a 361. And Chris, 361 isn't bad considering the way you started off.
No, they really came out of the chute, you know, really fast, and it was just our luck that we didn't come out quite as well. You know, it's just one of those things.
And you had some good bowling yourself.
Yeah, it's getting better year by year. Yeah,
that's
it really
great.
is.
And Dan Brodeur, I know you started off too far to the head pin on the left side, but then you got in the groove.
Yeah, I got us off and running with a 5-box. I don't know what happened after that. That was a good match, though. It was all the first string, really.
It was nice having both of you here on the mixed doubles, and congratulations for qualifying. It was a feat in itself.
Thank you.
Let's have a nice round of applause for Dan and Chris.
Thank you, Bob.
And now here's the winning team with an outstanding 395. Tom Surette, how did it feel?
Felt good. Had a good partner. We did well.
And you had some pretty good bowling, 3 strikes, 7 spares.
Yeah, I felt really comfortable today. Felt really good.
You started off with a 130 game, then you climbed to a 144 and then a 115. Not too shabby.
No, not at all.
And I know Carol Downey is a little bit under the weather, and it's hard for her to talk today, but you let your bowling do the talking for a while, Carol.
Oh, my partner did his bowling. I just followed suit.
Well, you still had yourself 4 spares.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, God, that's a surprise.
Well, now you're going to go in the semifinals, and as of this moment, we don't know who you're going to be taking on, but I'm sure the team of Carol Downey and Tom Surette will be ready.
We'll be ready.
We will.
Congratulations, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the semis.
Thank you.
The champs today, and here's my champ, Dan the Man Murphy. Dan, some superlative bowling produced by both teams.
Yeah, it certainly was. You know, Danny and Chris got off that slow start the first game, and that was the difference. And they came back roaring those last 2 games, but fell a little bit short.
Well, right now we have 2 quarterfinal matches down and 2 more to go.
Yeah, next week we've got teams of Betty Prey from Hampton, New Hampshire, with Mike Morrow of Natick, Massachusetts, against Diane Rooney of Derry, New Hampshire, and Mike Poulin of Hudson, New Hampshire. So it's another good one.
It's going to be another great one here on Big Shot Bowling. Once again, looking at that 3-string count of a 395, 136, 144, and then a 115.
I said at the opening of the last 2 weeks of the show is that mixed doubles show usually are relatively low scoring because of all the variables, and you just can't get into a good rhythm. They proved me wrong today. It was some fantastic bowling by all 4 bowlers.
Yeah, because Chris and Dan did pretty well once they got in the groove.
That's right, 361. It would have beat both teams in the quarterfinal match last week, so you never know.
So that's how it all happened here on the doubles. It was Tom Surette and his partner Carol Downey winning it all, and we'll have another quarterfinal round match coming up next week here on Big Shot Bowling. Till we meet again, Bob Fouracre for Dan Murphy, thanking you for being with us and bidding you a pleasant goodbye.